Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing the recipe of a Kheema Naan. So Kheema means mince and Naan is what I think everybody knows. It's a flat bread made from refined flour. Obviously on keto we are not going to be using the refined flour. So let's go ahead and make this recipe with chicken mince and you will see how simple and beautiful it is. I'm using a variation for the dough of my naan recipe, but you can use many other doughs if you can just learn this technique. I'm going to share the links to the naan recipe as well as the coconut flour recipe. Check those out. You can use any one of those and I've given a slight variation to that and I've used that. So let's go ahead and watch the recipe. So let's start. I'm taking 150 grams of paneer. It's an Indian cheese and I'm putting this into a chopper. So to that I've added 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk, and this is a tiny country chicken egg. You can add a whole egg and a pinch of salt. You get all of this out and then you try to get an idea of how wet the dough is. So I've added 1 teaspoon of oil to this and I have mixed this and I'm going to use it like that. This is the consistency we are looking for. If you think it is too wet, you can add a little more psyllium husk. So once that is done, we are going to set this aside because you want the psyllium husk to get some time to kind of plump up. Now let's work on the stuffing. I'm chopping some green onions, some regular onions. You want to chop these fine. And I also have some coriander leaves chopped. This is 150 grams of chicken mince. Now I'm adding all of this to the minced meat. And we're also going to add some dry spices. So I've already added 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/8 teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1/8 teaspoon of chili powder. Also 1/4 teaspoon of coriander powder. You can also add chaat masala to this, which is delicious. I'm going to add chaat masala on the top, and this would be a good time to add the ingredients that you forgot to add in the first place, which was the 1 teaspoon of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of ginger, garlic and green chili paste. Now I've mixed everything properly. I've divided it into 2 portions. And I'm also taking the dough here. So I've taken a little more than half the dough. I'm going to make 1 large and 1 small, and I'm going to have some leftover mince after that. And I'm using 2 silpat sheets or silicone sheets, which I'm going to again link in the description if you want to buy these, but you can also use parchment paper for that. I've rolled it into a circular shape, and to that I have added my ball of mince, and I'm trying to close it from all the sides. You can see this doesn't have gluten. It's a gluten-free dough. It's going to be a little tough, but you can manage, and you will see that all of this will come together in the end. So what I'm doing is I'm patting with my fingers, and with the other hand I'm kind of giving it a guide to shape it into a circular shape and make it look a little nice. So there are many variations to this dough and you can use any of these. I'm going to share 2 of my recipes. You can use those. I know that I get asked the question whether you can substitute the paneer or the Indian cheese for anything else, and I think you can probably substitute it for some melted mozzarella. Melt it in the microwave and put it in the blender just the way I put the paneer. Now that it's done, I'm also making some indentations with my fingers, and that helps in holding on to the butter that we're going to pour in the end, and that butter is going to help the naan crisp up. This is how it is traditionally done. I'm also adding some sesame seeds. I've put this in the oven and it's going to cook for about 20-25 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're going to cook it according to your oven temperature. So if it's too hot or cold, you want to keep an eye on it and make sure that it's nice and crispy. I had some construction work going on in the background, so I avoided adding the sound, but I cannot stop myself. You have to hear this. Did you hear how crunchy and wonderful it was? And it was absolutely delicious. If you want, you can top it off with some chaat masala. You know the drill. If you like the recipe, click the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please click the notification bell, because if you don't, then the notifications aren't reaching you. If you think the recipe is interesting, you can share it with your friends and family. There's a share button right under the video, so click that, and thanks for watching. Bye.